All right. So just a quick introduction. You guys know us. It's Alicia and Lorette, and these are just some pictures from us being all over the place. So here you go. That last picture there is a boot camp we did in Jamaica. We're back in Jamaica again. Getting ready for our next boot camp, and I'm gonna play this video for you real quick. Lorette, just let me know if the sound plays. The video is about 90 seconds long, but it just gives you a good overview of social media. I've edited a video to make it as short as possible, but here we go. Let's watch this video really quickly as we continue to talk about social media. All right, so that's just a video. Oops, it's gonna play again. So that's just a quick video on social media. I love the part where it says how long it took to reach 50 million users. And you see that with Facebook, it took like less than a year. It's crazy. So social media, very powerful. I think we all know that. So what I'm going to talk about in the next 30 minutes is Google Plus, YouTube, and Facebook. So how many of you are on Google Plus? Do you have Google Plus accounts? I'm wondering how many of you have Google Plus accounts. And did that video play for you? Did everybody see the video? Just want to make sure. You should now see Google Plus on my screen. Do you see Google Plus on my screen? Lorette, do you see Google Plus on my screen? Just want to make sure everybody is on. Okay, everybody says yes. So I think the video played and everybody saw it. Okay. So just want to make sure. So if you're on Google Plus, one of the biggest benefits to being on Google Plus is for the search engine optimization. So we all know that Google owns Google Plus. It's growing fast. They're competing with Facebook for users and for time that people spend on their network. So they're constantly growing and adding more and more features. If you don't have a Google Plus account, I see some of you are saying that, sign up at gmail.com for a Gmail account and then sign up for a Google Plus account. Here are these two links here for Google Plus business pages. So if you have a business, make sure that you sign up for a business page. But again, Google Plus has 400 million Google Plus users. It's great for events. So just how on Facebook you can do Facebook events, you can do the same thing with Google Plus. Google Hangouts are really popular and good for search engine ranking. So all a Google Hangout is when you're in your Google Plus account, You can live stream over the internet. So we've done it for some of our Deal Site Profit students. We've done some of our Q&A calls like that, where you'll actually see our face. That's called a Google Hangout. It streams live to YouTube, records on YouTube as well. So some really cool stuff there. Google Plus is also good for rankings. I'm going to show you that. And then if you've got a business, set up a Google Plus business page, and you can also use those business pages. Like you can also set these up for your clients if you're doing local business marketing. Now, here's an example of and some of you are typing in your Google Plus accounts. There you go. If you have a Google Plus account, that's really great. And William, I see that you typed in for everyone. Let me just send this out to everyone really quickly. William was kind enough to type in those URLs, so I didn't have to stop my PowerPoint and copy and paste. There we go. So you should see those in the chat box. Big thanks to William right there. And so here's just an example of how an article would appear in Google+. So you can see this article. You see my face right there. You see the person icon on the left-hand side, and then the subject of the post that we made in Google+, and that appeared in the search engine. So when you've got articles and content to send out, make sure that you are sending it out in Google Plus for the search engine rankings. So write that down, everybody. Write down Google Plus, set up a Google Plus account, and use it for the search engine ranking. So, all right. The next thing is YouTube. I know a lot of you have a YouTube channel. Some of you still don't. If you don't have it, now is the time to get a YouTube channel. So you can, I just wanted to show you a quick example of how the YouTube videos show up in Google. So I know that we all have seen it. I just want to make it top of your mind so you can write it down on your to-do list to do. You can see that video right there, the second result for my name, and that's just how it shows up in YouTube. So really good, again, for search engines. And does anybody know who owns YouTube? It's definitely Google. So, right. Okay, everybody was right on that one. Everybody put in Google, so everybody got it. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is Facebook. And I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes on Facebook because it is important. And I want just to show you some quick tricks on what you can do to make things easy on Facebook. Now, we're not going to go into how to set up a page and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, you guys all have pages set up. If you don't, just send us a message and I'll send you some videos on how to do it. But if you look here in this listing right here, this is our client, Little Bay Cabins. The first listing is for their website, which we created, littlebaycabins.com. The second listing is their TripAdvisor listing. The third is their Facebook fan page, which we created. Now, when you look at that, you see that Facebook fan pages are showing up in Google ranking. So it's important to have a fan page and to note that your fan page is going to show up in Google. So make sure you keep it good and relevant. The next is a Living Social deal we did with them because we put them on Living Social and Groupon and all those deal sites. If you guys want to know about how to do that for your clients, just send us a message if you don't already know. And then the next one is their YouTube channel, which we created as well. So you'll see website, Facebook, YouTube channel, all important. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through Facebook graph search. Have any of you used graph search before on Facebook? I'm wondering if any of you have used graph search before. I've talked about it before, but I'm not sure if you've used it. Type yes or no into the chat box just so I know who has and who hasn't. That way I know how to teach this section. Okay. So I've got all no's so far. I'm scrolling through the list. All no's. That's great. So I know that I'm going to say one yes by Chris. The rest are all no's. So if you guys have any questions on this, ask me as this is going along. This is a video that I recorded ahead of time just so that I can walk you through how to use graph search. So I'm going to show you how to use it and why you would use it. And then I'm going to show you how to get it. So for this example, we're going to use a company named Chocolate Dreams as an example. So this is their website, and they want to send special messages out and coupons and photos to more chocolate lovers. So how are we going to find chocolate lovers? Well, we're going to come to Facebook and use this special search function that you'll have once you get Graph Search. You see me typing right into Facebook, friends of my friends who live in Jamaica, because this this company is in Jamaica, friends of my friends who live in Jamaica and like chocolate. And again, what I'm doing is a special kind of search called Graph Search. Now it's pulling up, I'm actually using a client account, but now it's pulling up all of my friends who live in Jamaica and friends of my friends actually who like chocolate. Now, if you look, it says on the right-hand side, it says that there are more than 1,000 people, and it's showing me all of their information. So this person lives in Kingston, Jamaica, likes chocolate, is a male, and has 213 mutual friends. So I'm going to send them a message saying who I am, Chocolate Dreams. We have a lot of mutual friends on Facebook. I know you're in Jamaica and love chocolate. Here's a photo of our latest promotion, and bam, I can send a message to him right like that. Now, if I want to get into it a little bit more, let's say it's a Valentine's Day promotion or a woman's anniversary, an anniversary promotion, I can say that now I want to just search for men. So now I'm saying friends of my friends who are men and like chocolate and live in Jamaica. So I'm just really targeting it right now. And then it pulled up. Let me see if I can roll it back just a little bit. I'm going to roll back this video for a second. Oh, let's see if I can do that. So I think it went back too far. So basically, I'm going to go up a little bit. Basically, I'm looking for friends of my friends who are males and like chocolate, so I can send them a special message, because if they're men and they like chocolate, then they like to buy chocolate for their women. So I'm going to send them a special message saying, hey, it's Valentine's Day, time to buy chocolate for, but you can see that Facebook is allowing me to really target. And there you go. So just a really good example using Graph Search. If you don't have Graph Search, your Facebook account looks like this right now. So I want you to go and type in your search box the word Graph Search, and then click on the first thing that comes up. It says Introducing Graph Search. And then you're going to click to join the waiting list. So join waiting list. And then Facebook's going to give you a message that you're on the list for Graph Search. And then you'll see, usually within a week or so, you will see Graph Search available for you. So that's a really easy way to find people that you would like to target. So I was training women who worked for a direct sales company. So they were looking for women who lived in their area who liked jewelry, so they could invite them to their home party, let's say. So for example, for a woman in Orlando, we said friends of my friends who live in Orlando, Florida, and who like jewelry. And it pulled up all of the friends who matched that criteria. You could even get more targeted by saying friends of my friends who live in Orlando, Florida, who are women and who are engaged and who like jewelry. So it really allows you to target based on interest. Remember, anything you type into Facebook, Facebook is using that data to all that data. Every time you like a page, when you check in at a location, Facebook uses that data. That data is now available to us as Facebook users that are going to be advertising and that sort of stuff. All that data is open to us. And when I was teaching this, not too long ago, there was a lady in the room who used to work for a big marketing company, and her mouth was just hanging open the whole time. So I asked her, what do you think about this? And she said that she used to work for a big marketing company, and that this data was data only available to, the biggest of big marketing companies, and companies had to pay a pretty penny for it. So now it's available to us and easily and readily available. Now, for the average person, it might take a week to 2 weeks to get accepted. Eva says that she got accepted as soon as she signed up. So definitely worth signing up. All right, before we move on from Graph Search, does anybody have any questions? Last call for questions. If you have any questions, type them in the chat box and we will answer your questions. So any questions? And if not, we will move on. And I see Lorette's in that chat box a lot as well. So thanks for that, Lorette. Okay, no questions. It's pretty straightforward, right? And once you get it, I know the majority of you don't have it, but once you get it, it's fun and you'll play around with it. So here we go. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is Facebook advertising. So, have any of you spent any money on Facebook advertising? So, let me just pause this video real quick. Anybody spent any money on Facebook advertising? If you have, oh, so one person says, is it okay with Facebook to send a message to these people? Yes, you see right after you do the graph search, there's a box that says message. So Facebook's allowing you to send a message to them. I wouldn't overdo it. I don't send a lot of messages. When I pull that up, I'm not sending 20 messages or more than 20 messages at a time. So I would just send a few messages. Also, Facebook, usually you can send the message for free to their inbox. Facebook is also charging $1 to send a message to people. I never do that, never pick that option. If it ever comes up for you, don't do it. I recommend that you don't do it. The only time I've ever seen it come up is when you're not connected to someone. So you want to send someone a message, but you don't have any friends in common, you're not really connected. So you might see that message come up from Facebook. You can send a message to their other account, which is always free, but if you send it to their regular account, it's very rare that you'll see that. But if you do see it, it's probably because you're not connected to the person. Okay, so Ava says, can we send a message to all of the searches at one time? No, unfortunately, you can't. You have to send a message to each one individually. So write a template that you copy and paste. Hey, my name is Eva, and I own Chocolate Dreams, and I know that you like chocolate. And, just have some blanks in there. We have blank number of friends in common, including blank and blank. I also know that you live in Kingston. We've got a special for you. So I hope you don't mind me sending you this message, but I'm hoping that it finds you well and you'll be able to take advantage of our chocolate special. Look forward to seeing you come into our store, whatever it is, but make it as personal as possible. All right. So we've had a few people who said that they spent a little bit of money on Facebook ads. So I'm just going to show you Facebook ads. I'm going to show you 2 examples of how you can use it. And the basis for doing this is just to get you comfortable with doing Facebook advertising so that you can really start to play around with it. All right. Here we go. Let's play this video. So in this video, the company that I'm using is a wedding company. They're called Elegant Weddings. So I'm actually going to send traffic to their webpage, which is elegantweddingsjm.com. So I am going to set up the headline, the text of the ad, and upload a photo just from their website. So there's my headline, Getting Married, Jamaica's Premier Wedding Coordinator, call for our summer special. I uploaded a I uploaded a phone number with it as well in their photo. Now, your ad can also go in your news feed, but you have to connect it with a Facebook page. I really recommend that you do a news feed ad, but in this case, there was no Facebook page to connect it with because I was doing it on a client site. So I'm just doing an ad. I was showing you real quick that the ad's going to show up on the right-hand side of Facebook, but here's the beauty of Facebook advertising. So I'm typing in that I'm looking for women in Jamaica between the ages of 25 and 45. So I picked Jamaica as a country, 25 to 45, and I'm looking for women. Now I'm going to target it even more. Remember, this is for a wedding company. So I'm going to pick the family status as being engaged. So now I'm looking for women between 25 and 45 who live in Jamaica, that's where the company is, who are engaged. Is that really targeted or what? Facebook is telling me we have 2,200 women who live in Jamaica between that ages who have been engaged for a year or less. So now we know that our ad is going to be really, really targeted. So here I'm just setting my ad budget and that sort of stuff. I'm not going to go over that right now. But one of the things that I wanted to show with this ad is that I put the phone number in the ad. So you can see that I put the phone number in the ad for a specific reason, because if people call, then I'm telling them to call and I'm paying Facebook for every time someone clicks on the ad, then what's happening is people call the number instead of clicking on the ad, and I'm paying the least amount of money for Facebook advertising. So when you're putting together a Facebook ad, if there is any way that you can put a phone number in the ad, like we did here, that is going to save you a lot of money when you do Facebook advertising. So, all right, I'm getting some messages that the sound is cutting in and out. And hang on one second. Loretta, are you getting the same message? Maybe it's because I was also talking fast. So hang on one second for me. I'm just looking for Lorette who's listening in. So I can actually call in on the phone if the sound is messing up. So let me see. Hang on one second. David said the sound is not cutting in and out for him, but I had 2 other people say it is. So maybe if you can do this for me on your audio, is just click on telephone and come back to mic and speakers just to reset the sound on your computer, and then let's see if that corrects it. Although if it's more than one person that's saying it, I'm just a little bit worried about it. Okay. So, you guys are saying it's fine now. Let me put on a headset as well, and maybe that'll cut out a problem. So hang on one second for me, and I'm just going to put on a headset. Okay, so, all right, everybody says sound is good now. So if it keeps cutting in and out, then on the next example, then I'm going to switch to a phone. So hang on one second for me. And I'll switch to a phone in a minute. So let's go back over this ad. What I'll do is I'll just recap what happened in the ad, and I'm looking in the chat box to say, oh, I cut out when I move my mouse or go to a different screen. Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind. So what I did here was I set up a Facebook ad for a company called Elegant Weddings. And what I did for them was I set up an ad. It says getting married. That's the title of the ad. And then in the description, it says Jamaica's premier wedding coordinator, call for our summer sizzling special. And then the phone number to call. So what I did was I targeted, this company is in Jamaica. So I targeted women who live in Jamaica because, guys, if you didn't know it, women are the ones that hire the wedding coordinators. So that's why I targeted them. Women in Jamaica between 25 and 45 who are engaged and who've been engaged for a year or less. So when they see this message that says getting married, what do they immediately think? Yes, I am getting married. As a matter of fact, I am. You're talking to me. So they're going to look at it. So that was one thing about the Facebook advertising. The next is that we put in the phone number, right? The 908-3960. We put that phone number in because I told Facebook that every time someone clicks on this ad, I want to pay. But I put the phone number in so that people would call instead of clicking, and that would make my rates at paying Facebook a lot less. So this is an ad for a wedding company, and just take the same information and apply it to your business or business that you're doing for your clients. Okay, if you guys have any questions, type it in the question box before we move on to the next video. So any questions for me, type it into the question box. And hopefully that recap helped when the sound wasn't good during that video. So let's see. I will give you 30 seconds to type in some questions, and then we'll move on to the next example. Now, again, this is really basics of Facebook advertising, but so for those of you who've already done it, it's just, you know, a little good to hear what we're doing and see what we're doing so you know how to really target your ads. The power of Facebook advertising is the targeting that you can do and being really creative about it. So how much did we pay for this ad? It was really cheap. It might have been, I think it was 107 clicks for $4 or something like that. So it was really low, but, and it was just an example. So we didn't have it up and running for long. Again, this is a presentation that I did for NCB Banks. So this was a presentation that I did, but I paid in this example, I paid for clicks. And even though I said call, women still clicked because they were curious and wanted more information. But I was targeting 2,200 women, and it reached a lot of them really quickly because they are on Facebook. So one of the things to keep in mind is that people, especially if you're targeting someone based on family status or relationship status, is that when people change statuses, they post it on Facebook. So the question I posed to the audience was, when women get engaged, this is a question I want you guys to answer. Answer yes or no in the chat box, and let's see who gets it right. When women get engaged, do they, yes or no, change their status on Facebook? Let's see if people can get that on it. Yes or no, do women change their status on Facebook when they get engaged? William says no when everyone else says yes. William, you lost. Most women absolutely do. So they'll change their status to engage, so everybody sees their relationship status, going for looking for a man, to engage. So you need more women friends on Facebook, William, so you can check them out and see what they do. But the other thing that you can do, and Marianne is pointing this out as well, is you set a daily cap on your spending. So for this ad, we had the daily cap as $1 a day. And so you can set it as low as $1 a day and as high as you want. The other thing in Facebook advertising is that I always run it for a set amount of time. So this ad only ran for 5 days, let's say. Always set a start and an end time, and don't let your ad just run continuously, because this is a lesson learned. If you forget about an ad and it's running continuously and you don't see the bill until Facebook sends it to you and you're not paying attention. So just make sure that you set a start and end time. So Sheila wants me to go back to the screen that shows the place where a person would click on the ad. All right. So hang on one second. Let me speed up the video. The place where somebody would click on the ad. So this is what the ad looks like on the right-hand side of Facebook. And then I think I showed what it would look like on someone's Facebook account. Maybe that was okay. So look at this right-hand side where it says sponsored right here. This is where the ad is going to show up on Facebook. It's going to show up on the right-hand side right there on Facebook. And that's what the ad's going to look like. Or it's actually going to look like, this was the final one. This is what the ad's going to look like on the page. So hopefully that helps. And I think that's all the questions. And thanks for the comments too. Someone commented that men try not to change their status on Facebook when they get engaged, but women do. So, all right. Question, does Facebook keep your credit card on record for the payments of the ads? It's connected to PayPal. So Facebook will charge you every few days. They don't charge you every day, but they'll charge you every few days, or when it gets to a certain threshold, they'll charge you, and they'll take it from PayPal. And Janice is just saying ads have been showing up in the news feed. So let me show you that one more time. Let me go back to the video so you can see what Janice is talking about, which is very good. Okay, so, oops, I just passed it. Let me go back. So here is right here. So right here, Facebook says you can put the ad to show up in the news feed. So this is new for Facebook. Ads are now showing up in the news feed, and I recommend that you do it. I get our best click-through rates are on ads that are showing up in the news feed. So, choose this option. The reason that I didn't choose this option in this video is because this was just an example, and I was running it off of one of our Facebook accounts and not the company's Facebook account. So it would show up in the news feed of a guy who doesn't own this company. So that was just an example. But yes, Janice, ads have been showing up in the news feeds. And Ava, this is how you can get it to show up in the newsfeed. Facebook will automatically show you this newsfeed format, and if you don't want it, you'll have to click remove. But the only way that you can have it show up in the newsfeed is that it has to have a Facebook page that represents the business right here. So you'd have to be able to connect it to a Facebook account. So yes, set up a PayPal account to be able to use Facebook advertising. Can you do it without a PayPal account? It's a good question. I don't know. Everybody I know uses their PayPal account with Facebook, so I don't know if there's a way to get around that, but I'm pretty sure you do need a Facebook account. Okay, so yes, this is being recorded, and for learning more about advertising on Facebook, next week we'll talk about where you can find out more about advertising on Facebook. I'm going to show you another example. And so let's keep going. So here's an example that I was just using to show the power of putting a phone number in an ad. So here's an ad that we ran for a flooring and concrete company. The ad says, it's down here in the bottom left. It says, embarrassed by ugly floor? Get your floor shiny new before Christmas. Great prices, holiday special, call, and then the phone number. So this ad targeted women 25 years and over in Jamaica. And when she told us that she got her first job from this ad, we paused it and looked at how much we'd spent. So we had spent 4 cents and we had only gotten 2 clicks. So a lot of people didn't click on it. And the thing was that it helped her phone ring. So, you know, the tip that I always give people is if you can put a phone number in your ad, do it, because it'll make your Facebook ads a lot cheaper. People will call you instead of clicking on the ad, because it says in all caps, call, right? So why should you click? It says call. Okay, so let's see. Janice just says, everyone should have PayPal. Yes, we should all have PayPal as we're working on the internet. All right. So now I'm going to show you another example of Facebook advertising. So I'm going to use another company here to show you an example of Facebook advertising. This company targets parents with kids who are in school who want to pass a certain test. So what I'm going to do for this Facebook ad is that they don't have a phone number. So I'm going to send traffic to their website. That's their website. So I copied and pasted the website, and I wrote a quick ad, took their photo, and now here's the targeting. So I'm going to target women who are between 26 and, let's see what I did here, 26 and 50, and they're women. And here's the criteria. Family status is that they're parents. So they're parents of a child between the ages of 13 and 15 and 16 and 19. The test actually targets kids between 10 and 16-ish. So I went back and I added children, parents who have children between 4 and 12 years old as well. But right now, this ad is just targeting women who have kids between the ages of 4 and 19. There, it says it'll let you know exactly how many people you can target. In this case, 13,000 women live in Jamaica between 26 and 50. They're female, who are the parents of a child between the ages of 4 and 19. It tells you exactly how many potential clients you have that are on Facebook. And let me show you what that ad looks like. It's on the next slide. So I know it's kind of blurry because I made it so big, but it just says new study tool for these 2 tests. And parents know the names of those 2 tests. They want their kids to pass the test. So EDU Focal is the smart new tool for CXC and GSAT. Click here to find out more. And then they click on that ad and it goes to the website where they can find out more. It's a monthly membership. And that's another example. And in that one, I just wanted to show you again, you're really, really targeting, and Facebook even tells you how many potential clients that you have. So that one was pretty sweet. All right. So a question that I have is, how do you avoid PayPal shutting you down? So PayPal isn't going to shut you down for doing Facebook advertising. So I'm not sure about that question. So ask it again. And if you guys have any other questions, this is the last on Facebook advertising. So if you have any other questions, let me know now before we move on to the next thing. So let's see if anybody else has any other questions. So Horit says, why didn't I put a phone number in that ad? Well, I would have preferred to have done that, but they did not have a phone number on their website, and I was creating the ad for them. And for this one, they really do believe that their website sells the product and it's monthly membership. So they want people to sign up online for it, and all the study tools are online. So they're really pushing to send traffic to their website. Now, if I sent it to a fan page that could take the orders, that would have even been a better way to do it, especially for advertising. But in this case, I just wanted parents to click on the ad. So the reason I didn't put a phone number in is because their model isn't best suited for a phone number, as where the wedding consultant is. She's going to answer the phone. The receptionist is going to answer the phone, set up a meeting with the wedding coordinator and the bride, and boom, you've got them in as a client. So it's a very high value lead once they call on the phone. Okay, so, all right, Chris has another question. That's what we're getting into next, and it's custom audience. So does setting up a custom audience lower cost? And it does, Chris. So we're going to show you that in a minute. And Janice says, how do you send to a fan page? So when you're setting up the ad, Janice, Facebook asks you, where do you want to send the traffic to? When someone clicks on your ad, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go to a fan page? Do you want them to go to a specific URL? So you have to tell Facebook where you want the traffic to go to. In this case, and in the other case, I linked directly to their websites and not the fan pages because I didn't manage any of the fan pages for the clients, and they weren't mine for these people. Okay. So somebody has a question about promoted post and getting likes. You want 100 likes because to promote your post, they say I can't promote the post because I need 100 likes. So you need 100 likes on your page. Well, in Facebook advertising, when you go to set up your Facebook ad, it asks you, what do you want your ad to do? If you connect it with your fan page, you can choose the option that you want to get more likes. And so make sure that your fan page is set up to get likes. There are some software and tools that you can use, and we'll go over those tools in another webinar. So if you guys are really interested in it, I can show you some of the tools that we use to make pages that will force people to like your page in order to move forward and stuff like that. That's some of the work that we do for our clients. So I can show you some of that. Wes has a question, list building on Facebook apps. Absolutely. There's a few different tools, and we're going to show tools next week. So next week is all going to be me and Lorette showing you the tools that we use, not just for Facebook, but for a bunch of different things in our business. So we will show you the apps, how to set up apps and that sort of thing on Facebook for list building. So hopefully that helps you. Okay, so I think I answered all the questions there. So you can also go onto a fan page, and there's a button at the bottom that says Boost Post, and you can promote just a post on your page, just right from your fan page. I don't really recommend that. If I'm going to promote a post, I always promote a post from inside Facebook. So I log into Facebook advertising and I choose to promote a post. So when you log in, it will ask you for the different things you want to do. If one of the things you want to do is to promote a post on your fan page, you choose that and you would choose the post, and then you can target them as well. Who do you really want to promote this post to, and who's your target audience? So I don't really like to boost my post from the Facebook fan page directly. I like to do it through Facebook advertising because it still allows me to have as much control as I need to with the Facebook ads. Okay, with Facebook advertising. So, okay, great. So let me move on to the last example. So this last example I'm going to show you, we're going to go more into this next week. So, but I just want to get this on your mind. We're going to show you some tools to take advantage of it, but I want you to get this in mind. And Chris asked the question about setting up a custom audience. So this one is fun and really, really useful for businesses. Great for you to do for your clients. We do this for our clients, and great for you to do for your business if you already have a database. This one is called Facebook Power Editor. All right. Now, I'm going to use our client, Your Jamaican Tour Guide. His website is at yourjamaicantourguide.com. I'm going to use his fan page to show this example. So I'm just logging into Facebook advertising. You're just watching me log in right there. You have to make sure you're in Google Chrome in order for this to work. Write that down, Google Chrome. Now, I'm going to click on that tab that says Power Editor right there. You see the arrow pointing to it. Then I'm going to click on custom audience. You see me clicking on it right there. And I'm just setting it up right here. And what I'm doing is I'm uploading a file of email addresses of past clients. So this was just a demo list. There's nobody really in this list. It takes about an hour for the list to be uploaded. You'll see this in the Power Editor Manager. You can click Check Update to see when it moves from waiting to ready. We're going to pretend that it's ready, and now I'm going to go into Facebook advertising. Watch me do this. I'm going to click on Create an Ad, and I'm going to create an ad to send traffic to his website for his past clients. Listen, he's got a special for his clients, and let's type it in there. Yeah, so he wants to advertise his premium tours. So this is to his past clients, remember. So the ad says, I miss you, come back. Hey, it's me, Ulrich. I miss you, come back to Jamaica. 10% off a premium tour. Now, they've already done a tour with him, so they're going to recognize his face. I'm going to upload an image of his face. There he is right there, big and smiling. It's going to show up in his newsfeed. That's what it's going to look like in the newsfeed, and that's what it was going to look like on the right-hand side. So in targeting, what we're doing is look right there, custom audience, and we're going to click on, let me just go back to that real quick. It kind of went through fast. Hang on one second. Let me go back to, all right, so hang on one sec, fast forwarding right there. All right, so right now we're in Facebook in the Choose Your Audience section, and you see we went through this in the other two Facebook ads where it was the location and the age, right? So under that, you see this link right here. It says show more targeting options. You have to click on that. So click on that, and I'll pause the video again in a minute. Let's click play. And we're going to click on that, and look what, oops, now I ended the video. But if you saw what happened, we were picking that right there, and that was the file that we uploaded. The file that we uploaded will show up inside of Facebook in that section called Custom Audience. Let me show you what his ad would look like and why it's powerful. All right, here's the ad. Look at his smiling face. It says, I miss you, come back. This is to returning customers. Hey, it's me, Ulrich. I miss you, come back to Jamaica. 10% off a premium tour for you. They're going to recognize his face. They're going to say, wow, this is really targeted to me. He misses me. I know that guy. I did a tour with him already. So if you've got clients, let's say you're selling jewelry, your ad would say, I ordered it for you, and have your smiling face, maybe even holding up the jewelry. The fall collection is in, and I've got the pieces you want. Call me, and your phone number for them to call you. So think about the different ways that you could use this for your clients or for yourself if you have a database of clients. That's all you need is a database, somebody who's bought from you before, somebody who knows you, and you can put ads right smack in front of them. Okay, so let's see. So let me just answer some questions now about custom audience and Power Editor. So what happens when you upload that file of email addresses to Facebook? What does Facebook do? Facebook says, all right, here's the email address. Let me find them on Facebook. with this email address. Now, for example, my main email address is also my Facebook email address. But if it wasn't, Facebook wouldn't be able to find me. So that email address would be thrown out. Facebook is going to match up the list of email addresses you uploaded with people's Facebook accounts if they're using that email in their Facebook accounts. And then Facebook, you're telling Facebook, look, anytime these people are on Facebook, follow them around, stalk them, put this ad in front of them every time they're on Facebook. And that's what Facebook is essentially doing. Okay. How many audiences can be created? Unlimited. I don't know. I've got a ton and I keep doing it. I don't think there's any limit to how you can do it. So how do I charge for this? Well, when I'm doing an ad like this, you can do cost per click or cost per 1,000 impressions, right? So usually I just see what works best, but it's usually cost per impression that's the lowest on something like this. Is that right? Or is it cost per click? I have to think about it. I just kind of source it out to see what's the cheapest, and then I wait for like a day or two, look at the responses, and then come back and say, all right, this is how much it cost me. How many clicks did I get? Should I be paying per impression or per click? So I'm trying to remember if I did this one cost per. A lot of times I'm doing cost per impression, and I'm getting really good results at doing it that way. Okay, so do I charge clients a flat rate for this work or a percentage based on sales generated? I charge a flat rate for it. So here's how we charge. We charge a flat rate, and then so for example, for a client, we'll say, all right, it'll be $1,000 to do your campaign. To manage it, it depends on what we're doing, but to manage your campaign, we can do a targeted ad to your current customers, give us your database. And then every month there's a monthly fee for maintaining it plus ad spend. So if they want a budget of $500 a month, $100 a month, $50 a month, whatever they want, then they have to also pay for that on top of the service that we provide for social media management. William just says that the abbreviation for the cost per thousand is CPM. So when you're looking inside of Facebook advertising, you're going to see it talks about cost per click, which is known as CPC, and the impressions is cost per thousand people that see the ad, and that's CPM. Okay, and for this ad, I'm trying to remember which one we did, but usually in most of my ads that I'm doing, I've got a bunch of ads running right now, and I do cost per impression, and I do get the best return for that. It's the cheapest. The only time I really, really focus on cost per click is when I put a phone number in the ad and I tell people to call, because then people, they might still click, but they're not clicking as often. So what's a fair monthly fee to charge a client? Well, most people that are doing social media management, you see it between, depends on the client. $300 is the lowest I've ever seen, and $12,000 is the highest I've ever seen. It depends on who the client is and what you're doing for them. So, we wouldn't go cheaper than $500 to do a small campaign for a client, but again, it depends on what we're doing. Sometimes we also will package it in. We do a lot of deal site work, so we might package it in with something that we're doing for the client in another service and then charge less for it if they're buying a whole bunch of stuff for us. And we can talk about, if you guys are interested in that, me and Laurette can do a webinar on that in the future and show you guys more about how to actually do this for clients and charge a fee for it and that sort of stuff if you're interested. So what's involved in maintaining ads for our clients? Well, really good question, because it is work, but the maintenance is of course not that hard. So we'll put up an ad, make sure that it's working, make sure that the phone is ringing if that's the target for it, or we'll make sure that it's getting the views. So really, every a day or two, we're looking at the ad, seeing how it's converting, how much we're paying for it. We're tracking it. Laurette will go and check the website to see how much traffic the website is getting. If the traffic is coming from Facebook, what's happening to that traffic. So A lot of it is, again, of course, common sense, just seeing, all right, is this ad working? Does it make sense? So, maintenance for a client is making sure that you're optimizing the campaign so that they want to keep you next month, so that you're doing a good enough job. So they're like, this ad is getting our phone ringing, like that client who we made her phone ring for Christmas and she got a call because of it. Of course she wants to keep the ad running because her phone is ringing because of it. So when you really get into the things that you can do for clients, contest and what we call the forcing people to like their page and spreading their page around. There's a lot of stuff that you can do for your clients that will really make them want to keep you around forever, because they will get a good return on what you are doing. We often talk about the fact that social media marketing is really powerful because your client's target market is on Facebook, like they are on Facebook. So if you really want to help them to get in front of their target market, get their phones ringing, get them new customers, then Facebook's a great way to do it. Okay. All right. So a lot of people are saying that would be great if we teach some more on how to do this for clients. So Lorette, write it down and let's do that soon. All right. So let me look. If you guys have any other questions, I'm getting to those questions. So please summarize what a small campaign would be. A small campaign would be like doing this for your Jamaican tour guide. So we put out an ad for him. He wants to get his old customers coming back. So it could be a coupon offer, an ad like this, an ad in front of his clients. This would be something that's a small campaign. We're targeting his former clients and trying to get them to come back to him. Another small campaign example would be when we're running a deal for a client, they want that deal to be advertised on Facebook as well. So we would set that up in Facebook and run that campaign for them, sending them to a website. So we're not really driving traffic to a special page on Facebook that is, we call a like gate. So someone has to like the page in order to see what's under it, that sort of thing. We're not setting up any special graphics. We're just helping them for exposure, visibility, phones ringing, sending traffic to their website. That's a smaller campaign. When you work on bigger campaigns, those are campaigns where they want to increase the likes on their page. They want to run a contest. They want to collect name and email addresses, because yes, you can collect name and email addresses from Facebook. And so those type of things would involve a bigger campaign and more time, and we can definitely do that. So Alex said, on which Facebook page would this ad be placed? This ad is placed on the Facebook page of the client. So this is the client's Facebook page. So we're an admin on his page, and we can place this ad on his page, because I can't place it on Alicia Little's Facebook fan page. It definitely has to be placed through his account. So your client would set you up as an administrator on their account, and that's how you would be able to do the Facebook ads for them. You can do it through your account. It just depends on, then you wouldn't have things like their website, your website showing up and that sort of thing. So it just depends on what you're doing. So Joanne, how do you check how much traffic a website is getting? Well, Lorette just logged into the website, which is built on WordPress, and we have something on the website called StatsPress, and she's able to check the stats at a quick glance to see where the traffic's coming from. You can also install Google Analytics on the page and see where the traffic is coming from as well. William, what tracking tool do you use? StatsPress in WordPress. We use something called StatsPress, and we also use Google Analytics. Horit says, so do you do some amount of copywriting? I do. We met with a client 2 days ago, and the client knew exactly what they wanted to put in their ad. So they had their ad all mapped out, and I wouldn't change a thing because it was great. But a lot of times the client doesn't know what they want, so we make up the ad for them. And it's just about being creative and thinking about who they're targeting. So in creating the ad, the target is always important. Remember when I created the ad for the Elegant Weddings Company, and it said getting married, and I already knew that I was targeting women who were engaged. So the answer to that question is yes. So I'm trying to get their attention. And this one, I miss you, come back. I know I'm targeting his former clients, so I'm going to get them that way. So it's really about understanding who you're targeting. Okay. So, in running ads for clients and maintaining their ads, does that include setting up their page? Are you ever responsible for daily postings? I don't want to post for them. So, here's what we do for the client. So there's a few different ways to do it. The client can give you everything that they want to be posted on their page, and you can get an account at Hootsuite, hootsuite.com, set up an account there, load the client into Hootsuite, and then we have a team that actually does it. So if you look at a lot of our clients' pages, they get updates daily or every other day, and we're not doing it. So we've got someone else that does it, but and loves doing it. So if they want daily updates, you can definitely outsource that. But they can also give you the posts that they want put on their page in one chunk. So tell them, every Friday I need the content you want posted on the page for the next week, and then you take 20 minutes out of your time, go through that content, load it into Hootsuite, and Hootsuite schedules it out. So Hootsuite says, all right, Cynthia, here's the message. When do you want it to go out? You say, I want this to go out Tuesday at 9 a.m. And then it's like, all right, scheduled. When do you want the next one to go out? Wednesday at 1 p.m. Done, scheduled. So you can just it's really quick to do and to load it all into Hootsuite. And it makes it really simple and easy to do Facebook management for clients. All right. So when you run an ad for a client, you use your own PayPal account or theirs. And if it's theirs, how do you access this? Well, if it's a more advanced client and they already have Facebook advertising set up in their account, it'll already be connected with their PayPal account, or you give them instructions on how to connect their PayPal account with Facebook advertising, which when you're inside of Facebook and you click on manage ads on the left-hand side, there'll be a link for billing, and you're just going to click on billing and they can connect their PayPal account that way. A lot of our clients, I would say most of our clients, the PayPal account that it's connected to is ours, and we make them pay upfront for the ad spend. So if a client is going to wants a $500 ad spend for the month, they have to pay us upfront for the marketing fee and for the ad spend. And we make sure that amount goes into the PayPal account, and then that's what we use. And Facebook's really good. They have really great reporting systems in the back office, so you can see how much money has been spent. And it depends on how your business model is set up. But if you don't spend all of the $500, maybe you want to carry it over until the next month, and you can show them a report of how much money was spent and the click-throughs that it got and all that really great stuff. So hopefully that answers that question. And it seems like you guys would really like us to go into this a little bit deeper in a further webinar. So we'll look at our schedule, and would that really help if we showed you even how we write the proposals? I've got to write one today. Lorette wrote one yesterday, but how we write the proposals for clients and really put it all together to make to do Facebook management for clients. I was showing you this to show you how you can do it and give you some tips on how you can do it for you and your business. And I didn't even think about really going into how you could do this for clients as a business, like how we're doing it. So I can definitely do that. And all right, a lot of you are saying yes. So say yes if you want it, and we will put that together and show you what we're doing and how we're doing the contracts and all that kind of stuff. So let me see if I've missed any questions here. So we've only used the billing and PayPal connected. So I don't know the answer about if we can use credit cards or a merchant account type thing to do Facebook advertising off of. I don't know if you know, Lorette. The only thing I've ever heard is everybody uses PayPal for Facebook advertising. So I'll double check on that and let you guys know. So Chris said, I need help finding the clients. We've got a really slick way to find the clients, Chris. So I will show you how to do that in an upcoming webinar. Lorette, write that down. Let's show them how to find the clients too. And okay, lots of yeses. what makes customers go to a client's Facebook page? Well, it's going to be the ads, and there are certain ads that you put out there to like it, but one of the things that we're setting up for a client is a contest. And in order to enter the contest, you've got to like their fan page and then enter your email address, and then you're entered into the contest. So that sends people directly to the fan page. Great content on your fan page, a brand they want to connect. Just go to your fan page. Okay. My mouse just went a little crazy there for a minute. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions. Any other questions? Everybody says yes to all the client stuff. Okay, so we'll do that definitely. And we are over time, but hopefully you guys enjoy this. So Lorette, thanks for answering questions in the question box. Do you guys have any other questions? If you have any other questions, type them in the question box. Next week, we'll be showing some tools that we use in our business. So make sure that you're here. Anybody you have working with you in your business, make sure that they're on for next week, because we're going to be showing some really cool tools that have helped us with like being efficient and productivity, some social media tools that we're using. So we're going to get into, it's going to move quick, but we're going to get into a lot of the tools that we're using in our business. It is going to be July 3rd. So we know that some of you might be out of town, those of you in the US that are celebrating Independence Day, you might be out of town, but we thought it was a really good time to do that because these are tools that help us be more independent in our business. So there's the little theme right there for next week. So hopefully you guys come on to that. So, all right, people are thinking of questions for next week as well. If you've got any questions about a specific thing that we do in our business, you can always send the questions in as well. So just the email that you're getting for these webinars, just reply to it. The question will come to us and we can add that into the presentation. David Holland just wants to let everybody know he signed a fitness center up today with a Groupon. He's one of our Deal Site Profit students. So great, David. Congratulations to you. And I think that's it for all of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we've got a lot of Deal Site Profit students on this webinar, so social media management can definitely be a good next sell for a business. Getting them on deal sites. Now, that fitness center, if you could just see the really cool stuff that you could do for them by managing their social media as well, and everyone's tuned into getting on a deal site and getting more clients and stuff. They're also really tuned into social media. They know that they need to be on it, but they might not know what to do. How do you run a contest? How do you set up a Facebook ad? How do you put a special offer out there? Most people don't even know about graph search and reaching people that way. And when I speak to an audience, 99% of them have never heard of it before. And mostly business owners have really never heard of it before. And how do you upload your custom data? But you can do all of this with social media. You can manage their database as well that ties in with social media. So it definitely is a really good business to be in. So let me see. And okay, so if you guys don't have any other questions, Horace, I will answer your question in a minute in the chat box, so stay on. So that's it. I will see you all next week, and we really enjoyed having you here. Thank you so much. David, you've got a lot of people saying congratulations on your fitness deal that's live on Groupon. And for any other Deal Site Profit students on here, Groupon is really hot right now for businesses. So if you've got a business, you want to get them on Groupon, connect with your coach, April, or put a message in the Facebook group, and we'll connect you with Groupon right away. They're working with us super, super speedy, fast, and calling Lorette every day saying, what do you got for me today? So if you're a Deal Site Profit student on here, Groupon, they're hot for our clients right now. So, all right, can't wait for next week. Excited for it. Hopefully you all will make it. for July 3rd. My birthday is July 5th, making sure you guys know that. So I will be here on July 3rd, though. Take care, everybody. See you next week. A special thanks to Lorette and Josh on our team for being here and being on this webinar. And a big thanks for all of you guys for joining us. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you did too. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Let me know what you thought of this webinar. If you've enjoyed it, type it in the chat box as well. That always helps us. And I like to know. So Lorette will get the recording up by tomorrow. It'll be on ibusinessbuildingbootcamp.com/replay/past classes. Sorry. But if you just go on ibusinessbuildingbootcamp.com and click on past classes, you will see it. But check your email. We'll send you an email. It'll come from Alicia, Lorette, and Greg with a replay to today's presentation. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon. See you next week.